All right, we will call the meeting to order. Jen, take roll, please.
Commissioner Corbin?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson?
Present.
Commissioner Waldner?
Here.
Commissioner Abraham?
Here.
Mayor Lindsay?
Here. You have attached the September 8th minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Hey, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You have in front of you the agenda for this evening. Any questions? Do you have any, do we have a motion to,
I'll make a motion to
Accept.
approve the agenda.
Second.
okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Seeing no appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence, we'll move on to old business. Old business, we have about one more minute, and we will read the second reading of the hearing on the sidewalk improvement repair assessment rolls.
Want to skip on down to bills, maybe go through.
We
bills
can
in
skip
first?
on down to bills. Let's go to number 6. You have attached bills for approval.
Make a motion, we approve the bills as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You also have attached bills for ratification.
Move to ratify the bills as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You also have attached some personnel adjustments.
I move to approve the personnel as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. According to the big clock up on the wall, we should be close enough to 5:35 for the hearing on the sidewalk improvement and repair assessment rolls. And is there anyone in the audience that wishes to address that? If not, then we will move on to resolution number 2014-21. Adopt the assessment roll and levy assessments for the sidewalk improvement program 2013-1. And Chad, is that 2013-1? Is this last year's that we're looking
Right.
at?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to double check that. Is there anything that you want to add to it, either you or Jen?
I will speak quickly to these. Resolution 2014, 21, 22, and 23 are essentially the same except for the project involved, okay? At this point, we are ready to adopt the assessment roll and levy the assessments for all 3 sidewalk improvement and the 1 sidewalk repair improvement, actually. You will see bullet item number 3 on these resolutions. Gives 1 more period of time frame for property owners to pay, 30 days from today. So they have until October 15th to come on in and pay that assessment before we tack on the 6.25% interest. That is done after October 15th, and then it is sent over to the county auditor to be assessed to the property involved. Okay? Last step of the process for you guys here.
Questions at all?
We have had about half of, Diane just wrapped it up for me before she left a little after 5. We've had half of all of the property owners already come in and pay.
Okay.
And that's,
Half that are on here now.
that were part of the
Part of it,
initial
the initial.
assessment roll, correct?
Very good.
Okay?
Have about 3 of these.
Right, if I total, I think I counted quickly, there's about 42 property owners, and more than 20 of them have been in.
Good.
They'll have another month then after today to still come in and pay that before it hits their property.
Can you let us know how many actually get sent over, when it does
Absolutely.
get sent over?
Yep.
Great.
can do.
Okay, so do we have a motion on resolution 2014-21?
I'll move that we adopt, I'll move the resolution 2014-21 to adopt the assessment roll and levy assessment for sidewalk improvements, number 2013-1.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution number 2014-22. Adopt assessment roll and levy assessments for sidewalk improvement, 2013-2, which basically is the same thing.
I'll make the motion that we adopt resolution number 2014-22, adopt assessment roll levy assessment for sidewalk improvement 2013-2.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution number 2014-23. Adopt the assessment roll and levy assessments for sidewalk repair improvements, 2013-3.
Your Honor, could I
Yes.
make one comment? I would request that the one on page 6 of 10 for Theodore and Kathleen Wyland, that was, that one does not apply. If that one could be taken off, I don't know what, since this is an adoption of the assessment roll, that isn't not intended to go against Mr. Wyland. That was errantly placed on here. So I-
The motion will need to be to adopt the assessment roll as amended.
Okay.
But you can still adopt it as amended that way.
So was this one to go somewhere else, or it was supposed to be just not on here at all?
Not on here at all.
Not on here at all, okay.
This is what, it looks like it was only $150 anyway.
Correct.
Okay.
I would move to adopt resolution number 2014-23 as amended.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution number 2014-20. Approve a plat. Chad, would you like to address this?
Yes, yes, I can. Thank you, Your Honor. This is a plat for some ground in the Lakeview Industrial Park that is owned by LAIC. They're seeking to plat this and then proceed, as my understanding, with erecting a structure there. The Planning Commission did review this and at their September 9th meeting, and they recommended approval of the plat. The only other thing I wanted to point out was since this is an older master plan, or preliminary plat is a technical term, it doesn't include all the details of where the water lines and the sewer lines are to go. And the owner, LAIC, had written a letter and asked that mutual access easement be placed on this property, and also a utility easement where there'll be public infrastructure, you know, water and sewer lines to extend to different property owners along the mutual access easement, which is also the same corridor for the utility easement. And so that wasn't on the preliminary plat, so if I asked them to write a letter making that request so that you can at least be aware of it. The Planning Commission was fine with that, did not have any concerns. And I also talked with the Public Works Department. It's acceptable to them with the terms provided in an easement that we've asked LAIC to draw up, with the terms of the easement included. They're comfortable with taking over possession, if you will, of those lines and maintaining them going forward after they're constructed. So I just wanted to point that out because that was a little bit of a unique part of this plat.
I'll make a motion to approve,
No, go ahead.
to approve, number 2014-20, approve a plat.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Authorize the mayor to sign a grant agreement for the Madison Municipal Airport, the FAA, and their wildlife hazard management plan. Chad, would you want to address that?
Yes, I can. Thank you. This is the information provided by the FAA. You may recall approximately a month and a half ago, the commission authorized submitting an offer or an application for this grant for the wildlife hazard mitigation plan that was drawn up. This is the grant paperwork, so to speak, that has to be signed by the city commission, by the mayor after approval by the city commission. So then we can actually make claim to those grant funds. The 90% would come from the federal aviation and 4% would come from that, for a total of 94% would come from the state and the federal feds on this. I've included all the literature that came. We have to sign this and get that back to them in pretty short order with their, the processes and the odd way that FAA has been required to operate in recent times because of the funding out there. It's very timely that we'll try to get these signatures tomorrow. One includes a certification from David, and then another couple other signatures, as you've seen in this packet, on selection of consultants and drug-free workplace. We'll go through those and make sure those are filled out and get back to FAA by their deadline tomorrow. But it just allows us to receive those grant funds. The assurances are the same assurances that we have to agree to every time we receive a grant. There's a
That the
whole
money
list
is
of
spent for what it
20
was
pages
intended,
of them.
right?
Not really,
What'd you say?
That the money is spent
Oh.
for what it was intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not really negotiable,
Right.
you know, those assurances. Part of those are what we deal with the, you know, the safety issues that, or, you know, the safety concerns we're trying to address by developing this plan and creating the parallel taxiway and so on and so forth, so.
25,000, right?
Correct.
Any questions?
I'd make a motion for the mayor to authorize the mayor to sign the grant agreement with Madison Municipal Airport, the FAA, for the Wildlife Hazard Management Plan.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Seeing no other announcements or other business, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. So,